Welcome to Mikam Yisrael. What if I told you that the existence of Purim hung on a single step? Not an army, not a decree, and not a war. A step. One stride taken and one stride stopped. Tonight we're going to see how history bends through explosions but through inches by beginning with an outstanding Dirasha shared by Rabbi Yisachar Fran. The Gemara in Megillah tells us something strange. Queen Vashti refused to appear before Ahasuerus because the Malach Gabriel had made her grow a tail. It sounds almost playful, but the Chafetz Chaim says it's not folklore. It's architecture. To understand Vashti's tale, we must go back generations. The Gemara in Sanhedrin teaches that Nebuchadnezzar, the destroyer of the Beit HaMikdash, was not born royal. He earned his monarchy. King Baladan sent a letter to Chizkiyahu HaMelech after his miraculous recovery, and the scribe wrote as follows: Peace to the King Chizkiyahu, peace to Jerusalem, and peace to the great God. Borei Olam's name, third in succession. When Nebuchadnezzar heard this, he was visibly shaken. Borei Olam, third? He demanded it to be rewritten, and when they told him, if you care so much, go fix it yourself, he ran. And he ran after the messenger. 3 steps, some say, even 4, and Chazal say something terrifying. Had Malach Gabriel not stopped him mid-stride, there would have been no remnant of Klal Yisrael. His merit would have been that powerful. Pause for a moment. Think. A man who destroyed the Beit HaMikdash almost earned enough merit to erase us entirely because he defended the honor of heaven. He completed 3 full strides, and for those 3 strides, he was granted 4 generations of monarchy. Him, the evil Merodach, Belshazzar, and finally Vashti, but he never completed the 4th step. Gabriel stopped him mid-stride, and because that 4th step was interrupted, the 4th generation was interrupted. Vashti's reign was cut short. The tail placed upon her was Gabriel placing a tail end to Nebuchadnezzar's dynasty mid-stride. And because of that interruption, Queen Esther therefore could rise, Haman Harasha could fall, and Chag Purim could exist. The difference between annihilation and celebration was an angel cutting off a 4th step. Now fast forward centuries, another empire, another leader. Rav Shlomo Lorenz actually met President Harry Truman. In 1948, Truman recognized the state of Israel against enormous pressure, against political logic, against his own advisors. His hometown newspaper wrote a headline, Truman the traitor. So why did he do it? He told Rabbi Lawrence something astonishing. As a boy, he grew up among Jewish families. He would turn lights on and off for them on Shabbat. He was the proverbial Shabbos goy. In turn, they would give him Shabbat challah. His father read Tanakh with him every Sunday. He remembered the story of Koresh, the Persian king who allowed the Jews to rebuild the Beit HaMikdash. And as a young boy, he thought, if I ever become president, I too will help the Jews. And decades later, when Chaim Weizmann asked him to recognize Israel, that childhood thought resurfaced, but emotion alone would not have been enough. Truman admitted the decision went against immediate American interests. The world was entering the nuclear age. He said, and I quote verbatim, only 2 people understand how precarious the situation is in the world, Stalin and me. And then he said this, if I have any will to continue living, it's because I believe that just as for 3,000 years the Jews have saved humanity through the ideas of your Torah, you will continue to enlighten the world and save us all from annihilation. A little boy reading about Koresh, a memory of Challah, a decision made under pressure, another mid-stride moment. Nebuchadnezzar, he runs for Borei Olam's honor. An angel stops him. Vashti falls, Esther rises, and Purim unfolds. Centuries later, a child absorbs Torah narratives. Decades later, he recognizes the Jewish state. Borei Olam doesn't move history only through thunder. He moves it through footsteps, through decisions that are made quietly, through interruptions that we just don't understand. Ladies and gentlemen, we are walking ourselves through history right now, and we haven't a clue which step we're taking that will echo 4 generations forward. Nebuchadnezzar didn't know that defending Borei Olam's honor would build a dynasty. Truman didn't know that turning lights on for Jewish neighbors would shape a geopolitical decision decades later. But Borei Olam knew. He's constantly pulling all the threads, stopping one stride so another can begin, interrupting one dynasty to allow redemption. The step you take for Shemayim today, a world of integrity, a defense of Torah, a quiet act of honor, may build something that you will never live to see, because sometimes the difference between destruction and redemption, it's not an army, it's not a speech, it isn't even a revolution. It's a single step taken l'shem Shemayim. Shabbat Shalom u'Mevorach and Purim Sameach.